guys, welcome back. So today's lesson is on mutual reception. Mutual reception is when two planets in aspect are each in the sign that the other rules. So for example, if you have Sagittarius in Mars square Jupiter in Aries, those planets are in mutual reception because Mars rules Aries and Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Now generally, anytime there's a square, that indicates that it's a harsh aspect. So normally Venus square Jupiter would be someone who overextends themselves in relationships or when they're in love, or overindulges in general, or relationships temper with their need for freedom. So they have an aversion to relationships maybe because Venus, partnership, is square Jupiter, freedom and expansion. They may feel like relationships kind of cramp their space. But when the two planets in this type of aspect are in mutual reception, they kind of are talking to each other, like they speak the same language. Therefore, harsh aspects don't manifest as harshly. So for example, in the scenario that we just described, we have a person with Sagittarius and Venus, which means that they're going to gravitate toward freedom-loving relationships anyway. Then you have that Jupiter in Aries energy. That person is going to put forth a lot of energy into maintaining their freedom and to maintain individuality. So this person is probably fine with waiting for that special someone that kind of hits that sweet spot where that person gives them partnership while giving them the right amount of space. They're willing to take the time it takes to get to that type of relationship, as opposed to maybe someone with this aspect continuously jumping into relationships and overextending themselves in relationships. Venus also rules money. So a person with Venus in Sagittarius, depending on other aspects going on in the chart, it looks pretty good for money. Even though this could be a person that kind of pushes their luck when it comes to money, or maybe they spend money just as fast as they receive it. They are always having some sort of cash flow coming in. They have good luck with endeavors involving money. So that Jupiter in Aries is well supported here because a person with Jupiter in Aries is going to want to take a lot of risk in general. And so, with that lucky Venus in Sagittarius, that kind of softens the blows of all of those risks this person is taking. So again, these two planets are talking to each other. They're supporting each other. So in today's lesson, I want to go over two prominent effects of planets that are in mutual reception. So if you have planets in your chart that are in mutual reception, you can take these effects and try to apply them to your chart or see if they can be seen in your life. Okay, so effect number one. Matters associated with one planet aid in the progression of matters associated with the other. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, let's use a real life example. So say we have a person who has Mercury in Aries conjunct Mars in Gemini, okay? Say they're having issues in their life that are pertaining to energy, being able to direct their energy into one particular thing as opposed to consistently bouncing around and never being able to finish a task because they're unable to just focus and direct their energy on one thing. Energy is ruled by Mars. So this person is since Mars is in mutual reception with Mercury, the person is going to look toward mercurial ruled things in order to solve the issue that they have with Mars things, okay? So in this example, the person is having a hard time focusing their energy. Maybe, the key to solving this problem lies within talking to a sibling for advice, reaching out to a neighbor for advice, writing things down more often. Remember, Mercury rules writing, reading more carefully so that they're not missing things, being more attentive, being more intentional, altering their thought process. These are all Mercury ruled things that they can use to help this Mars related issue. And since these planets are in mutual reception, you can flip this around too. If this person was having issues in their life with things ruled by Mercury. So they are having a hard time finishing their book they're trying to write. They have a hard time studying. They have communication issues. They have a hard time kind of communicating what they want, maybe in a respectful way or in a more direct way. I don't know, communication issues. They can use Mars to help or to aid with solving problems related to Mercury. So in this case, maybe if you're having issues with studying, maybe add some action into studying. So maybe if you're trying to memorize some things, you associate each thing you're trying to memorize with a little action in your head or a little action with your hand so that you're able to memorize it for the test. So things like that. Does that make sense? So in short, if this person is trying to solve problems related to Mars energy, they're going to look to the resources in their life that fall under Mercury energy. If the person is having issues with things in their life pertaining to Mercury energy, then they're going to look toward the resources in their life related to Mars energy. The second effect of having planets in mutual reception is matters associated with the houses of these planets work in your favor. So remember, these planets in mutual reception are talking to each other, okay? They are on the same team. They both want basically the same things. So generally, the houses that these planets fall in are going to work together. So the person in our first example with Mercury and Aries, we'll put that in the 9th house. And then they have their Mars and Gemini in the 10th house. This is perfect because this is a person who is eager, that's that Aries energy, to apply the skills, that's Gemini energy, that they've learned. So these two planets being in mutual reception, that's going to allow the person to quickly use what they learned in their higher education or their certification program or what have you, to quickly apply those skills into their career. A person with Mars and Gemini in the 10th is going to have to put a lot of energy, Mars, into a certain skill set, Gemini, for work or career, 10th house. So seeing as though this person probably studied something that was extremely like hands-on and technical based or skill based in college, they're eager to utilize it in real life. They're likely to achieve a career that calls for a large amount of energy being put toward technical skill. It works out. The transition from college to career will probably be more enjoyable for this person or more smooth for this person. Okay guys, so that's today's lesson. I hope this lesson was helpful for you in understanding mutual reception. We are on lesson 16 for lessons away from 20 lessons. OMG. If you liked this lesson, go ahead and give this video a like. If you like this channel, go ahead and subscribe and press that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a video, and I will see you next time. Bye.